For 47 days, Dr. Marcus Chen hadn't seen the sun. His entire world was the constant low hum of the underground laboratory, humanity's most forbidden research facility. He stared at his own ghostly reflection in the observation window, looking down at the containment chamber. Inside, suspended in a glowing blue fluid, was something that simply shouldn't exist. He pressed his hand to the cold glass. "You're thinking too loud again," a voice said. It was his partner, Dr. Sarah Okonkwo, holding 2 cups of coffee. She was one of the few people he trusted in this place. "It moved today," Marcus said, taking a cup. 17.3 millimeters. The largest movement we've ever recorded. Sarah's eyes darted over her shoulder before she let the door hiss shut behind her. "Did you document it?" He smiled, a bitter taste mixing with the coffee. Officially, this project, codenamed Artemis, had swallowed 12 years of his life. 12 years since a man in an expensive suit erased his existence from the world. His wife thought he was dead. His 9-year-old daughter had never even met him. In exchange for this sacrifice, access to the greatest discovery in human history? Forget Area 51 and alien spacecraft? The truth was far more magnificent and infinitely more terrifying. The object in the chamber wasn't a ship. It was a gateway. It was found deep beneath the Nevada desert in 1987, made of an unknown element, resonating at impossible frequencies. And most importantly, it responded to human consciousness. The big breakthrough came 5 years ago. Sarah touched it, and for 3 seconds, every screen in the facility flashed with a star map before she collapsed. The data was supposedly deleted, all except for one photo Marcus had secretly taken. "I need to show you something," Marcus said, pulling out a hidden, isolated smartphone. He brought up the image of the star map. Sarah's breath hitched. "My God. I thought they deleted all of it." "They tried," Marcus replied. "But I've been keeping my own records. Think I know what it's trying to do." "Marcus, if they find out..." "They won't," he said, his gaze steady. "Because you're going to help me figure this out. And then we're going to make a choice." Later that night, in their shared quarters, Marcus laid out 5 years of secret data. Gravitational anomalies, electromagnetic pulses, and a clear pattern of increasing complexity. "It's like it's learning," Sarah murmured, tracing the charts. "It's becoming more sophisticated in how it's reaching out." Marcus leaned closer. And 3 weeks ago, for a fraction of a microsecond, the containment field shifted. The gateway was open. Sarah stood, pacing by the window. "They want it to work," she whispered. "That's why we're here, not to study it, but to activate it." The thought hit Marcus like a physical blow. The director had visited last month asking how long until they achieved full resonance. "He gave me 6 months," Marcus said. "After that, the project gets reassigned. That means military applications." "Weaponization. They can't weaponize what they don't understand," Sarah protested. "No," Marcus agreed grimly. "What? But they can try. And in trying, they might just tear open a door that should have stayed shut forever." The next morning, Marcus was summoned to the director's office. This was bad. In 8 years, he'd never been called in alone. Director Callahan sat behind a polished black desk, a man who radiated absolute control. He didn't waste any time. "Dr. Chen, I'm going to tell you something that will change your understanding of this project." Marcus's stomach tightened. "The gateway," Callahan continued, his voice even, "was not discovered by accident. We were told where it was." "Told by whom?" "By the entity that created it." The room seemed to tilt. Callahan explained that in 1987, beings of pure energy and consciousness had made contact. They didn't come to conquer. They came to point humanity toward the gateway. "That's impossible," Marcus stammered. "Everything about this is impossible," Callahan replied smoothly. "And yet, here you are." The gateway isn't a door to another place. It's a doorway to another way of being, another frequency of existence. The beings want us to evolve. They want us to join them. In 6 months, when you achieve full resonance, that choice will be laid before humanity. Marcus left the office completely shattered. He found Sarah and told her everything. Her face shifted from curiosity to outright fear. "He's insane," she said. "Or this is the most elaborate manipulation in history." "There's only one way to know for sure," Marcus said. The idea solidifying in his mind. "We make direct contact. We touch the gateway ourselves. It was a violation of every protocol. We could be arrested or worse. but they had to know the truth. 2 weeks later, during a shift change, they made their move. Marcus descended into the containment chamber. The gateway pulsed before him, 6 meters tall, its surface rippling with an internal light. As he approached, he felt a pull, not physical, but on his consciousness itself. He reached out his hand, his palm made contact, and the universe inverted. Time became space, colors had texture. He saw the gateway for what it was, a membrane between states of being. Saw the creators, vast intelligences experiencing reality in ways humans couldn't even imagine. He saw Earth as a nursery, a place where a young species was learning to think beyond itself. He saw what humanity could become if they stepped through the door. He saw the cost, the dissolution of the individual into something larger, more complete, and utterly alien. Then he collapsed. Sarah rushed to his side, but it was too late. Alarms shrieked. Red lights flooded the chamber. Tactical teams swarmed in, dragging them away. But they weren't imprisoned. They were elevated. Director Colohan appeared before them, his face ecstatic. "Your contact has accelerated the timeline," he announced. "The readings gave us everything we need. It can achieve full resonance in weeks." "You're going to open it," Sarah stated flatly. "We're going to open it," Colohan corrected. "Humanity's leadership. Selected individuals from every nation. We'll make the choice together." "And the rest of humanity?" Marcus asked. Do they get a choice?" "No," Colohan said simply. "The chaos would destroy civilization. We're just making the choice first. Once we step through, the gateway will remain open for others to follow." 3 weeks later, they stood in a chamber deep underground. 43 people leaders, scientists, artists circled the gateway. The machinery hummed, the blue fluid glowed, and then it opened. A gradual dissolving of the barrier between worlds. Marcus saw through to the other side. A vast, infinite consciousness waiting. Some stepped forward, dissolving into light. Transformed. Sarah took Marcus's hand. "What do we do?" He looked at his partner, his anchor in this impossible reality. "We stay," he said. "We tell them the truth. They'll kill us, probably, but the truth matters." They watched as the last figures ascended into the light. The gateway remained open for a moment, then faded back to dormancy. Everything had changed. The secret was out of its cage, and the countdown had begun. Marcus looked at Sarah, and for the first time in a long time, they both smiled. "Tomorrow," she said. "We start." "Tomorrow," he agreed.